Welcome to Casmotive YouTube Tury. The first definitive reference to cricket comes from a court case in 1598, which mentioned a game called creckett being played in Guildford, Surrey, around 1550. By the early 17th century, cricket had begun to spread. It was particularly popular in the southeastern counties of England, such as Kent, Sussex, and Surrey. The game evolved from children's pastime to an adult sport. Evidence from 1611 mentions cricket being played by adults in Sussex. 18th century, the dawn of organized cricket. Cricket continued to grow in popularity, and by the early 18th century, it had become a well-organized sport. The first recorded match took place in 1697 in Sussex, and by 1709, regular matches were being held. The Hambledon Club, founded in the 1760s in Hampshire, became one of the most influential cricket clubs, helping to standardize the game's rules. The 18th century also saw the formation of the Marylebone Cricket Club, MCC, in 1787, based at Lord's Cricket Ground in London. The MCC quickly became the guardian of cricket's laws and traditions, a role it still holds today. The 19th century, expansion and innovation. Early to mid-19th century. The 19th century was a period of significant expansion and development for cricket. The sport began to spread internationally, with the first cricket clubs forming outside England. Cricket was introduced to North America via the British colonies, with matches being played in Canada and the United States by the early 19th century. In Australia, cricket took root in the early 1800s, with the first intercolonial match between Victoria and New South Wales taking place in 1851. The sport also spread to the West Indies, South Africa, and New Zealand. Late 19th century, the birth of Test cricket. One of the most significant developments in cricket history was the introduction of Test cricket. The first Test match took place in 1877 between England and Australia at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. This format, involving matches played over several days, became the pinnacle of cricket, testing the skills and endurance of the players. The late 19th century also saw the establishment of county cricket in England. The county championship was officially formed in 1890, providing a structured and competitive environment for domestic cricket. Early 20th century. The early 20th century witnessed cricket's continued growth and internationalization. The Imperial Cricket Conference, now the International Cricket Council, ICC, was founded in 1909 to govern the sport globally. Test cricket expanded to include South Africa, 1889, the West Indies, 1928, New Zealand, 1930, and India, 1932. Post-World War II era. The post-war period saw significant changes in cricket. The introduction of one-day cricket in the 1960s revolutionized the sport. The first one-day international, ODI, was played in 1971 between England and Australia. The new format was shorter and more spectator-friendly, leading to a surge in cricket's popularity. The inaugural Cricket World Cup was held in 1975 in England, marking the beginning of a prestigious tournament that has become a major event in the sporting calendar. The West Indies dominated the early World Cups, winning the first two editions in 1975 and 1979. Dear fans of Casmotive channel, watch us and keep yourselves updated with fresh and interesting information.